What's up and welcome to day number 18 of our 31-day daily vlog experiment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of ready for it to be day 31, but we've been having a good time, right? You've been having fun, I've been having fun, it's all good. Lately, with my trip to Las Vegas last weekend and my upcoming trip to Hong Kong, we've been talking a lot about travel, I've been thinking a lot about travel, and because of that, my community manager Liz just posted on Location 180 her 9 favorite travel tools. And it just so happens that I use a lot of these tools myself to the point where some of them are so good, I decided to dedicate today's vlog entirely to the 9 best travel tools you need to plan a trip. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, global entry. So with global entry, when you're re-entering the country, instead of having to wait in those like giant hour-long lines, you don't have to do that. You can just walk right up, walk right through, more or less, and be on your merry way. That also includes TSA pre-check, so you don't have to take off your shoes. You get the special little line. Granted, they don't have it at every terminal, every airport, but pretty much most of the ones I've seen, you're good to go. So if you don't have global entry, TSA pre-check, and you travel on a regular basis, what are you doing? Get it done. Also, if you have an Amex Platinum card, they waive the fee. They cover that fee for you. So even though the Amex Platinum has like $450 annual fee, you get 100 of it back right there, not to mention tons of other benefits for that. Number 2, skyscanner.com. This is my site of choice when I'm trying to find the perfect flight. So let's use an example. Let's say you want to go to Europe and you're going to backpack it around, you're going to take a train, you're going to be going through for a couple of weeks. So you don't really care about where you fly into, you just want to find the cheapest rate. Skyscanner lets you search for everywhere within a region. So that you say, okay, well, I know I want to go to Barcelona, Amsterdam, and Rome, but maybe the cheapest flight is into Paris, and you want to just take a train down there, and it's like $300 cheaper to fly into Paris. Skyscanner will tell you that. So with sites like Expedia and Priceline, they don't give you that much information, and Skyscanner makes it really easy to find exactly the flight that you want. Number 3. Tripit Pro. I love Tripit for the sole reason, like it does a lot of stuff, but the thing that I love it for the most is I get my confirmation from, you know, Skyscanner, Expedia, or American Airlines, or wherever I book my flight. I take that, I forward it to plans@tripit.com, and then right away, I can open up, I'll even show you. So all I have to do is forward that, and I've got all of my flight information, my confirmation code behind my finger. I've got all the information I need right there. So when I get up to the kiosk to check in or whatever I'm gonna do, I'm not fumbling around trying to find my confirmation code. It's right there in front of me, all in this handy little app. And you can do that for hotels and cars and flights and everything. So you can have your entire trip right within the Tripit app, which I love. Number 4. This one's gonna be super obvious, but it's awesome, AirBnB. If you wanna stay someplace that's not gonna be crazy expensive like a hotel, give you a lot of options based on what area of the city you wanna be in, or just stay with someone who might be a local that can give you some advice, that is the best way to go. Last time I was in Hong Kong, for instance, I stayed in an Airbnb that cost me like 75 bucks a night, right in the heart of Long Kwai Fong, which I don't necessarily know that I would recommend ever staying within 2 blocks of Long Kwai Fong, which is like the party district of Hong Kong. But there were some American expats that were living there. They had a spare room, so they took me out for drinks and really got to know, you know, a little bit more about the city just because of staying with them. So no matter where you go, Airbnb, always a great option. Number 5. Number 5, I love this tool. Are you ready for this? This is like one of my little travel secrets. Bidgoggles.com. So you know sites like Expedia, where they'll give you some crazy ridiculous price, like 25 to 50% off for booking a hotel through them, but they won't tell you what hotel that is. And so you're like, it's like a 3-star hotel. Is it actually close to the airport? Is it actually close to where I want to be? Well, Bidgoggles.com allows you to enter in all of the different parameters that sites like Hotwire give you, and then it will tell you what hotel it is before you book. So a great example of this was I was in Florida in January. I needed a hotel near Miami. I didn't want to pay through the roof, but hotels there were really expensive, and I didn't want to stay in a total like dump either. And there was a room that was like $100 cheaper than anything else, and it said it was a 4-star hotel, and it had some parameters. Throw it into Bidgoggles, boom. Marriott, 96% positive reviews, ended up saving a bunch of money, and it was like $100 more if you just looked at it on Expedia. Number 6, the flight deal. Have you ever noticed that some people always tend to get like those insanely cheap flights to like Iceland or the Seychelles or random places like that? Have you ever wondered how they get that information? Well, a lot of them get it from the flight deal, which will then go and find all of the cheapest flights and send out a daily newsletter for some of the best deals across the world. You can also filter it, so if you're only looking for flights out of, say, Portland, it'll only give you that amount of information. So if you've got a pretty flexible travel schedule and you're like, hey, I can, next month I want to go somewhere, the flight deal will help you find something that's going to save you a bunch of money and maybe even find you one of those airfares that everybody loves finding. Speaking of airfares, number 7 on our list are a couple of Twitter accounts that you need to follow if you ever want to get airfares. The first is error_fares, at error_fares, and at Secret Flyer. So they do all the work for you. They go, hang out on Flyer Talk and all of the different forums, and they find all the deals. So all you have to do is just pay attention to those 2 Twitter accounts. And if there's some crazy airfare, crazy deal, you pay attention to that, you're going to be in business. Obviously sometimes there's a little bit of lag. So if you're really into the airfares, go spend time in Flyer Talk and some of those forums as well. But one of the easiest ways to kind of passively keep an eye on that stuff is those 2 Twitter accounts. Number 8, WhatsApp. So if you're traveling internationally and you want to be able to stay in touch with people, send text messages, send messages, WhatsApp is an excellent way to do it. Facebook just bought them for like billions of dollars or something. But as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection, you can send text through the app, photos through the app, voice through the app. Works out really well. Personally, I also like WeChat. That's how I stay in touch with just about anybody in Asia, China in particular, all about WeChat. Very similar. So WhatsApp, WeChat, essentially free ways to send text messages and voice messages back and forth as long as you got a Wi-Fi connection. And finally, our last tool, our 9th, can you see all those? Our ninth tool, Digit. So often I hear people say, oh, travel's so expensive, like I can't afford to travel. No, you can afford to travel, you just have to save and prioritize it, and Digit is one of the best ways that you can do that. Basically, it'll hook up your bank account, and it'll track your income and your spending, and it'll basically slowly start taking little amounts of money out of your account and putting it into your Digit savings account that you can then use for travel. So if all of a sudden it noticed that, business isn't doing as well this month, it might ratchet it down and only take $1 out. If business is going really well, it might take $50 out and put it in the savings account. And you can reverse anything whenever you want. You can easily transfer it out of your bank account. But if you know you want to take a big trip in, say, a year, set this up. Before you know it, within a few months, all of a sudden you're going to be like, wow, I saved $1,000 without even trying and without even noticing that money wasn't in my bank account anymore. It's an excellent way to actually reframe the way you think about travel and to save a little bit of money and actually start taking the trips that you want to take. So that's it. Thank you to my community manager, Liz. These were her 9 tips. I just thought they were so good. I was going to put together a little video, share them with you. If you want to build a business that lets you travel more, hit subscribe below, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends. I would love to see you coming back and checking out more of our vlogs, but that's what we do here. That's what I do at Location Rebel. We help you build a business you can run from anywhere on earth and give you the tools you need to know how to travel with your business. That's what Location Rebel is all about. I'm stoked you're here. Thank you for watching this, and we will be back tomorrow with some other insanely useful video. Or at least moderately useful. It's probably going to be useful-ish. With that, it's like 85 degrees and sunny still outside. So I'm going to go enjoy that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.